How strong is this thing? Cheers. Welcome back to Advantage Studios. We're going to talk about one of the most exciting products in the market, cable rail. We are here with Adam from Deckwise, and he's going to be walking us through a how-to step-by-step install of their brand new WiseRail system. It's the strongest product in the market with the cleanest lines. Check it out. All right, here it is, the WiseRail system. Adam, show us what you got.
Yeah, I've got two systems here. We've got our Estates, which is going to be your outside-to-outside installs for stairs and angles. And then we've got our Legacy, which is an inside-to-inside for straight runs. Both systems are going to be offered in silver and a really cool new black oxide system.
I'm really glad you guys came out with the black. We've been after there for a long time. The homeowners are going to love it. Tell us what about the box.
Box here is our install kit. It comes with all the tools needed for installation. It's got the cable crimpers, the cutters, the drill bits, the driver bits, everything you need to install each run.
I'm really excited to see that in action. But before we do that, you guys took it up another level by not just making the system out of 316 stainless steel, but 316L. What does that mean?
316L is going to be a less carbon stainless steel, which is going to last longer and be less corrosive.
Oh, that sounds great. Let's have it. So we're transitioning to the install portion. What are some of the pro tips that you can give us so we start the project right and we have a successful install?
Yeah, you want to make sure your posts are level.
Right.
And you're also going to want to make sure that they're all squared up to one another.
Excellent. Some good fundamentals there. We're going to be installing the Legacy system, which is a post-to-post, and we're also going to be using our smallest handrail that goes inside of the post. What height should we set that at?
You want the bottom of that handrail to sit at 36 inches minimum.
Okay, right there. So let's mark that. All right, what's next?
Next, we're going to install the handrail.
For the first system, we're going to be using Legacy Black Oxide, which is an inside-to-inside post cable rail. We're also going to be installing with our 2x4 classic handrail. Pro tip, use the WiseRail mounting kit. It's going to speed up your process and going to give you a great product at the end. Adam, show us how it's done.
Sure thing. We're going to take our mounting bracket, and with our 36-inch line marked previously, we're going to hold up the mounting bracket centered on the post and mark our two holes. From there, and with all hardwoods, and especially with all woods, we should be pre-drilling .
All right, the WiseRail mounting brackets are in. They're installed, they're centered. Next, we're going to put our handrail insert. So what's the importance of actually putting the handrail before the cable rail?
Yeah, the importance is that once the cable rail is installed and we're starting to tighten it down, it's so strong that it'll start pulling on the post. So we need some kind of bracket that's going to stop them from bowing in.
Wow, so the cable rail is that strong that it actually will pull the post in. Tells you how strong it is. All right, let's do it. All right, we have the 1x2 sub rail installed in the WiseRail mounting brackets. Next, we're going to install the 2x4 top rail. But before that, we want to show you the fastening. We're using a stainless steel 2-inch screw. As far as recommendations, Adam, what do you recommend as far as spacing?
You want to do it at least at a minimum of every 2 foot of handrail you have.
Perfect. All right, let's do this. Just lay the cap rail on top, and let's fasten them down.
I'm just going to...
All right, so we have our handrail on. What's next?
Next, we're going to install a cable brace. Since our posts are greater than 4 feet apart, we're going to need to install a cable brace to stop the cables from spreading.
All right, and we have a black oxide cable rail, therefore we have a black cable brace. It makes sense.
Makes sense. First step we're going to do is notice that the post is greater than 36 inches. We're going to have to cut this down.
All right, let's do it. The post is cut. Now also it comes with two mounting brackets. It looks, what is this, just a top?
Top and bottom piece, correct.
All right, so they
Just
slide in?
right on the post.
Oh, nice.
Fastened in.
Now before we do that, it sounds like you have a pro tip for us.
Yeah, the pro tip here is these holes are going to be where your cable runs through. We can use those as guide holes to measure out where each fitting is going to get installed. Now we're going to install the cable brace. These are made out of aluminum, so they can be used near the salt water. Also easy to chop on the table saw or miter saw. Find the center. We're going to slide on the bottom bracket, and then we'll slide on the top bracket and fit this into place. Making sure that the holes face the posts. So another pro tip is if you get a strip of painter's tape, you can use that to run it down the center of your post to provide you with a nice smooth surface, visible surface to draw your lines on where you're going to pre-drill. With your square, you're going to find your this is a 4-inch wide post or 3.5 inch nominal. We're going to find our 1 3/4 notch. Put our pencil in there and just slide it right down the center. Wow. Now, using the cut cable brace in your square, you can line up your marks on that line to where you're going to pre-drill your fittings.
All right, so I see you did all your markings here. Tell us about the proper spacing for the cable rail.
Right, so codes talk about a 4-inch sphere being able to pass through the posts. Cable is flexible, so we suggest a 3 1/8 inch spacing between each run. Yeah.
All right, so now we have the proper spacing. What's next?
Next is to pre-drill. We're going to grab our 11/32 drill bit out of our Legacy accessory kit.
And I see there's 2 drill bits in there. What are those for?
The second drill bit is a 1/2 inch drill bit. This is for if you're going to continue your run through this post, you would add a post protector sleeve, and that would pre-drill for that.
Okay, excellent. All right, let's do it.
With our Legacy system, we're going to pre-drill with our 11/32 drill bit at 1.5 inch depth. What I like to do is mark off 1.5 inch on the drill bit and use a piece of painter's tape or tape to show me where to stop.
All right, so we have the post holes pre-drilled, and now it's time for the Legacy hardware. And this, to me, is where really the WiseRail system shines. You have these simple design for a very complex solution. So walk me through the components here.
Yeah, first, this is what we're going to be installing next. It's the Legacy lag, which is going to be drove into these pre-drilled holes. Then we've got the swedge, which we're going to crimp onto the end of the cable, the threaded tensioner, which will go next, and the final is a cap that's going to cover this when everything's finished.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this really reminds me of the Deckwise eBay clip, where it's a hidden fastener that's going to sit inside of the post, but it still gives you that performance that you need. All right, let me give it a shot here, give you a break. So you just go straight in?
Straight in.
All right, just make sure I'm level here. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, looks great. All right, Adam, I gave it a shot. Why don't you show us how it's really done? Man, that was fast. All right, Adam, so we have the legs in. I see you're holding the cable. What are we doing next?
Now it's time to measure and cut for each cable run.
All right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to measure the distance from the inside of each post.
Got it, 69 inches.
69 inches. We're going to add 2, and that's where we're going to cut our cable at.
Perfect. All right, so now it's time to connect the cable to the lag. Show us how it's done.
All right, we're going to first put on the threaded cover, then the threaded tensioner. Make sure to have the slats pointed towards that cover. And lastly, we're going to place on our swedge. That swedge is going to be crimped twice to make a mechanical bond with the cable.
And how do you do that?
Well, in the install toolkits, we had the tools. If you want to get that out for me?
Oh, no kidding. All right.
Yeah, hold that for me. We're going to use the 1/8 inch measurement. And there. And make our first crimp. Rotating this slightly, bringing it out. We're going to make our second crimp.
Oh, I see. So that's what's going to keep it from rotating, and it's actually going to help it lock in.
Right, this is what differs our system from others.
Okay.
Other systems are using finger trap-like mechanisms where you're just going to push that cable in, hoping tension holds that cable, which over time it fails. This crimping is giving you an actual mechanical bond with that swedge to the cable.
Wow.
Next step, we're going to insert the swedge into the lag tensioner, and then we're going to give the threaded tensioner 2 to 3 turns to start.
Now, this is one of the things that stood out to me is just how precise the tooling goes together. It really stands out and sets the WiseRail aside. Is not only it looks great and you don't have that bulky hardware, but also just how strong that connection is. All right, Adam, so we have all the cables attached to the lag. They're swedged and partially tightened. Important to leave some room for the other side of the cable. And now we're going to thread them through the cable brace, correct?
Correct.
All right, let's do it. I got you. All right, this is a pretty good display here of why you're not tightened all the way, so you leave some room. So now we have fastened the cables to both posts. Time to tighten the cable, right?
Yeah, and here what we're going to do is we're going to start with the center cable, and then we're going to go up one, then down, and continue going up and down to get an even, consistent tightening throughout the whole job.
All right, and how do you do that?
Yeah, first we're going to slide on our neoprene sleeve. This is to protect the cables because we're going to grab that with a pair of pliers so that the cable doesn't spin when tightening that lag in.
Got it. And this wrench and neoprene comes with the kit, correct?
They come in the kit.
All right, and this is as simple as tightening the one at a time.
One at a time.
Got it. And I noticed that you guys have made it the size just right so you can rotate it.
You can hear that creaking, yeah? That's it tightening up.
Yep.
Now you got a nice even tight run.
Yeah.
Right. Now we'll slide on your tension cover, tighten it.
All right, I can see the finish line. It's looking good. Let's get the rest of it done. All right, we're going to jump in with a quick pro tip. So one thing you want to make sure is that you still have at least 3 threads to make sure that the cap can screw in. So if you're running out of space, what you have to do is go to the other side of the cable and make sure you tighten from that end. Now you know what's called Legacy. Black oxide, clean lines, the strongest cable in the market, together with this eBay post-to-post handrail. It just looks stunning. Next, we're going to show you the State Series, which goes from outside post to outside post and allows you to do stairs and angle rails. See you there.